Hi everyone, Greg here. Today's video will look at the question, what is truth? Now, this is something that some of the greatest theologians and philosophers throughout human history have been considering, and this video will offer a brief overview of some of those ideas. But let's just start with a dictionary definition of truth. The Merriam-Webster Online Dictionary gives us this. Truth is the body of real things, events, and facts, actuality. The state of being the case, fact. A transcendent, fundamental, or spiritual reality. A judgment, proposition, or idea that is true or accepted as true. Example, the truth of thermodynamics. And finally, the body of true statements and propositions. This provides a good jumping off point for some of the contexts I'd like to discuss. The first of these is philosophical theories of truth. The philosophical discussion of truth centers on 5 main theories. Correspondence theory says that true beliefs and true statements correspond to the actual state of observable things. Coherence is a theory according to which a statement is true if it coheres with other statements and false if it does not. Pragmatic theory says truth is to be understood in terms of practice, correlation between belief and reality. Deflationary theory says that truth is a concept that is easily shown to be dispensable or is no more than technically useful. And relativism theory says that truth is not absolute, but is relative to a particular framework, such as culture, society, or individual perspective. Next, we have a look at truth as defined by different religions and spiritual traditions. This is just an overview and not meant to be an in-depth look into each different faith tradition's ideas about truth. In Buddhism, truth may be defined as a combination of conventional truth, which is an expression of everyday experiences, and ultimate truth, which is the deeper, more fundamental realities that underlies conventional appearances. In Christianity, the Bible is a collection of divinely inspired texts. Therefore, that which is included in the Bible is by definition truth. In Hinduism, it's a combination of absolute truth, that which is beyond distinctions of time, space, and person, and ethical truth of nonviolence, compassion, and integrity. In Islam, it's honesty in speech, actions, and intentions, and honesty with oneself. And in Judaism, a concept that combines factual accuracy with moral integrity, faithfulness, and reliability. This channel focuses on New Thought ideas. Here's a look at 3 Unity authors and a look at some of their ideas about truth. In her book, Lessons in Truth, published in 1891, Emily Cady states, the term truth means that which is the fundamental and ultimate reality of anything. Truth may transcend fact. For instance, to a Unity student, a person's illness is fact, not truth. He believes that the truth about the person is wholeness. He believes that wholeness is God's will for his children and that wholeness is the fundamental and ultimate reality of each person's being. Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore says this in his book, Talks on Truth, published in 1926. Truth is not the doctrine of any church, creed, or sect, not even Christianity. Truth is written in the inner sanctuary of every soul, and all know it without external formulas. It is the intuitive perception of what is right in the sight of God. It is the truth and justice that every man recognizes as the foundation of true living. And another Unity writer, Eric Butterworth, says this about truth. Truth is not simply the total of one's metaphysical concepts. Truth is infinite and immeasurable, like the universe of which man is constantly expanding his knowledge. Truth cannot be captured in a school of thought. No one can know the whole truth, not even the greatest mystic or master. To claim that you have found the absolute truth, or even the perfect path to absolute truth, is to delude yourself and announce to the world that you are forsaking the quest. There is no one definition of truth, and understanding how this term varies in different contexts is useful in our understanding of the world as we seek, learn, and grow in our spiritual awareness. Volumes have been written and will continue to be written about the idea of what is truth in an effort to deepen our intellectual understanding about the idea. While we may find that our minds are stimulated by such pursuits, we find that our intuitive understanding is often ahead of our ability to articulate it. There is a quote often attributed to Sigmund Freud that speaks to this very idea. He said, "Everywhere I go, a poet has been there before me." The great English poet Robert Browning penned these words in 1835. "Truth is within ourselves. It takes no rise from outward things, whatever you may believe. There is an almost center in us all, where truth abides in fullness, and around, wall upon wall, the gross flesh hems it in. This perfect, clear perception, which is truth. A baffling and perverting carnal mesh binds it and makes all error. And to know rather consists in opening out a way whence the imprisoned splendor may escape, than in effecting entry for a light supposed to be without." Perhaps Freud was right. A poet has been there before us. Thanks for watching. Until next time.